Hi, today we are going to play another one of the questionnaire games by Random Studios. And the one that we are playing today is Survive or Thrive, which will, I guess, tell me how likely I am to survive in the wilderness and like an alien invasion. So let's see how well I do. Well, hello there, partner. It looks like you've seen better days. I'm Steve Sherwin. You might have seen my hit show on TV where I deal with deadly animals that want to kill, maim, and eat you for breakfast. You know that one called Steve's Show, where he deals with deadly animals that want to kill, maim, and eat him for breakfast. Anyway, enough about old Steve. Let's talk about you. You're out here in the wilderness, so I take it you know a thing or two about surviving the elements, mate. Or maybe you just got lost and you have no idea where you are right now. Crikey, that would be a nightmare for the uninitiated. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask you a whole load of questions and you're gonna answer them for me. And when we're all done, I'm gonna tell you what survival situation you're best suited to survive. That way, we'll know whether or not you're completely useless at staying alive, or if you're tough enough to deal with even the most troubling of situations. Crikey, that sounds like a whole load of fun, mate. I can't wait to see how good you are at surviving, or how incredibly unintelligent you are when it comes to survival basics, but that's fun too. Let's get started, shall we? Do you ever hear one or more voices in your head commanding you to do things you ought not to? No? Have you ever knowingly or intentionally broken the law? Yes, I'm not going to say what it was. Do you believe that it's possible that right now, at this very point in time, you could be crazy and not realize it? I mean, I don't think that I am, but I believe that it's possible. So yes? Have you ever felt like you were truly losing your mind or slipping into the realm of insanity? No. If someone were to attempt to take your life, do you believe that you'd be capable of taking their life in self-defense? I don't know if I physically would be able to, but... Would you say that you excel at thinking on your feet in high-pressure situations? No. If your life was in jeopardy, do you believe you'd be able to climb a tree in order to save yourself from harm? Probably not. Do you believe that you'd be capable of starting a fire in the wilderness if you had no tools to work with? Probably not. Would you say that you excel at reading other people fairly well? Probably, yeah. If you were provided with a map and compass, do you believe that you'd be capable of navigating and finding your way to a specific location? Probably. It might take me a while, but... Do you often walk with headphones in each of your ears, listening to music or other sounds? Yes, I don't really do it anymore, but I used to do it all the time. When you're out in public, would you consider yourself to be generally aware of your surroundings? It depends, yes. Do you believe in defending what is yours even before helping others? Really? Oh, okay, apparently that's a yes because I was going to say no. Do you think that current society as it stands would benefit from having one night each year where people can commit any crime with no risk of consequences? Ooh, it's the Purge movie that I have not seen. If you were handed a sophisticated firearm made with foreign advanced technology, do you feel confident that you'd be able to figure out how to use it in a high-pressure life or death situation? I'm pretty good at adapting to stuff, so I guess maybe probably not the first time I tried to shoot it. Do you personally believe that street security cameras is a breach of privacy in public spaces such as streets and sidewalks. I usually don't think about it. I guess not, because then you can see about accidents. If you heard a nuclear alarm warning, would you happen to know what to do next? No. Do you believe that a justifiable reason exists for the use of nuclear weapons in time of war? No, I hate fighting. If a nuclear blast were to obliterate everyone you knew and loved, do you feel confident that you'd be able to hold yourself together enough from a mental standpoint in order to get to safety? I can really see myself going either way. But I guess yes. If aliens were to exist, do you believe that they would be more intelligently advanced than humans? Yes. Do you believe that aliens exist within our galaxy? Definitely. Do you believe that aliens have already visited Earth? Yes. Hypothetically, do you believe that it is possible that an alien race has discovered a way to time travel? Yes. Do you believe that it's even remotely possible that a current human race could potentially be an alien hybrid? Yes. If you had no one to assist you and you had no manual to learn from, do you believe if you were given enough time you could teach yourself to hotwire a car? No, because I would be too worried that I would make the car explode. Are you typically quick to trust others when making new friends? Yeah. If you were in a coma for 4 weeks and you awoke in a foreign country, lost, confused, and all alone, do you believe that you could figure out how to find your way home without the assistance of other living humans? No, because if I'm in a foreign country and I have to go on transportation, say an airplane, obviously I need the airplane to fly me there, so no. Do you trust that your cardiovascular strength and endurance is suitable enough to escape from a large predator if you were attempting to chase you down? No. If you happen to find a lock-picking set with no instruction manual, do you believe that you could manage to figure out how to properly utilize the tools to your advantage? Yes. Would you say that you're good at manipulating other people's emotions? No. When emotions and tensions run high, are you able to keep yourself calm? It depends. If I am getting emotional, no. But if other people are getting emotional, I can keep myself calm. But I guess no. When you're in a public place, do you ever pay attention to where the emergency exits are? Ever, yes. Not usually. Do you believe that your peers would consider you to be a competent cook? I mean, I'm okay. Would you describe yourself as mechanically inclined? No. If you had to do an oil change on a vehicle you were unfamiliar with, do you believe that you could figure it out in a timely manner? No. Would you consider yourself to be confident in figuring out how to take apart a foreign engine and put it back together? No. If you were lost in the woods without any food, would you be confident in your ability to make traps to catch small animals? I don't have any knives or anything to make steaks too. Would you consider yourself to be resourceful when you don't have all the right tools that you need for a particular project? Yes. Do you believe that you could make convincing camouflage out of materials found solely in nature? Yes. Do you believe that if you had to, you could move quickly and quietly simultaneously? With practice. Do you think your peers would consider you to be detail-oriented? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I don't know if my peers pay attention, so I would say they would say no. Are you confident in your ability to communicate with someone who speaks an entirely different language as you? Maybe yes? I don't know. Do you believe that if aliens do exist, that's possible that they've had a hand in pushing humanity forward? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be clever when it comes to understanding scientific studies? Clever? I guess? Would you feel confident in your ability to repair a broken firearm using unconventional materials found in the wild? No. If you were given the opportunity to travel to a different time period for a week, would you take it? Probably not. Are you confident in your ability to craft shoes or footwear solely out of materials found outdoors? I don't know, like a piece of wood if I had something to cut it with, but no. Would you consider yourself to be more of a hunter than a gatherer? No. Is being in dark, tight spaces anxiety-inducing for you? Yes. Would you say that you typically enjoy surprises? I guess not. Are you confident in your ability to keep yourself entertained for days on end without any other human interaction? I guess, yeah. Do you believe that you could figure out how to navigate your way out of an underground cave if your navigational tools were to be lost when diving? Ew, is it dark? And a lot of passageways? Because then no, so probably no. Have you ever fantasized about the idea of venturing to outer space? Yeah. Does the thought of being alone for the rest of your life make you uncomfortable? Yes. Have you ever built a machine or contraption of some sort? No. Would you consider yourself to be mathematically inclined? Not really. If you were stranded on an island, would you make a friend out of an inanimate object in order to keep yourself company? Yes. Does it make you uncomfortable to think about how over 80% of the Earth's ocean is still unexplored? Yes. Are you confident in your ability to make the tools required to fish in order to survive in the wilderness if you had no conventional tools to work with? Again, comes down to the fact that I don't think that I could cut. Well, I guess you could try to use a knife. I mean, not a knife. I mean, a rock to make like a knife. But it says confident, so no. Do you believe that you could swim a mile if you had to in order to survive? No, I can barely swim at all. Would you consider yourself to be physically fit? I don't know. Not really. Are you confident in your ability to outrun most of your peers in a life or death chase situation? No. Would you consider yourself to be a good hand-eye coordination? No. Do you believe that it's more important to be book smart than street smart? Yes. I know I'm gonna die. Do you believe that you'd be able to complete a mission in order to survive, even if the outcome is severely misaligned with your own personal morals? No, I wouldn't. Well, it said in order to survive. Never mind. It's to survive, yes. Do you often get angry, grumpy when you haven't eaten in a while? Yeah. Would you be confident in your ability to identify potentially poisonous plants in the wild without a guide? No. Are you confident in your ability to identify venomous animals in the wild without a guide? Again, confident. I mean, I can, like, guess, but I don't know. So, no. Do you tend to get seasick or car sick when traveling? I used to when I was little, but not anymore. Would you consider yourself to be clumsy or perhaps even uncoordinated? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be prone to road rage? No. Have you ever fantasized about being in a reality TV show? No. Do you believe that the phrase mind over matter rings true and accurate in most situations? Yes. Do you enjoy the adrenaline rush that's often accompanied from being scared? No. Would you consider yourself to be the type of person that puts off a project until the last minute before completing it? No. Would you consider yourself to be more of a lover than a fighter? Yes. Do you often dress in multiple layers of clothing, even when it could be considered climatically unnecessary? No. Would you consider yourself to be easily adaptable when it comes to situations that don't go according to plan? Yes. Crikey, that's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the basic questions. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, mate. This next set of questions will be a bit different. They will be filled with various scenarios that will help me determine what kind of survivor you are, or what kind of survivor you aren't. Let's see how well you handle these ones, mate. Would you rather be sentenced to imprisonment for a crime that you did not commit, or be committed to an insane asylum when you know for a fact that you aren't crazy? I would rather be in the insane asylum because in prison, you get dangerous people, and you get people attacking each other and taking advantage of each other. Whereas in an insane asylum, I feel like it's a bit safer. And I don't know what that noise was. And even if you aren't crazy and other people are, they aren't necessarily dangerous, and even if they were, I feel like it's just a safer environment. Anyways, that was a longer explanation than needed. Would you rather have a voice in your head constantly singing the same song over and over again, or would you rather see a hallucination of someone dancing around you at all times? Well, if you saw the person dancing and you got really sick but you could close your eyes, whereas you cannot stop the singing, but you could play your own music over it, but then you would never be able to enjoy your own music. But yet I also sing the same music all the time, in my head, so it wouldn't be that different than my own brain. Oh no, I was gonna say the singing, but now that I think about it, I guess the dancing. Assuming that when you close your eyes, you don't see it. Would you rather have a fight to fight off swarms of robotic venomous bees or a couple of rabid raccoons on steroids? I guess raccoons because it would be two and you could see them easier than bees that would be everywhere, and I feel would be overwhelming. And I'm already scared of bees, so I want them to be venomous. Would you rather be in solitary confinement for 10 years or have to fight to the death every time you saw another person? Solitary confinement. If you and another person entered a talent competition together, would you prefer your partner to be athletic, or would you rather them to be a crowd pleaser? Would you rather be picked up by a random stranger while hitchhiking, or be forced to pick up a random hitchhiker and drive them to their destination? Pick them up, because at least I'm in my car and I would have my phone and stuff and be in control of the car. Would you rather grow up to find out that your parents are serial killers, or would you rather your child be a serial killer and have to live with that knowledge? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I guess my parents, because if it's your child and your child is still living with you, then you are put in that situation of being scared of your child, or having to turn your child in order to get them away from you, and that's a situation I wouldn't want to be in. Whereas if it's your parents, if you didn't want to make a decision about it, at least you wouldn't be living with them at the time. So I guess parents. If you were being held against your will in a hostage situation, would you rather be locked in the basement or locked in the attic? I guess the attic. You've lost a bet and you cannot back down from it. You must acquire money that you do not have in a timely manner. Would you rather steal from a local store or from your neighbor? Well, I would rather steal from the store, but I feel like if I pay with stealing from a neighbor better, and then you could like pay them back if you had to. But okay, so I'll say store. If one night per year all crime were legal and there were no repercussions to your actions, would you participate in the chaos, or would you try to stay in and stay safe? Stay safe. In the event of a nuclear holocaust, would you rather be stuck with your friends, or would you rather be stuck with your family? Remember, you're stuck with these people for a very long time. I mean, I want to be with my sister and then my other friends, but she's my best friend, so I guess she would count with my friends. So, friends. And family, I would only want to be with her and my mom, not like my extended family, so friends. If you had to live off of one canned food item to provide you with the nutrients you need to survive for 1 full year, would you rather it be a canned vegetable paste or canned meat paste? Ooh, definitely vegetable. If nuclear war broke out, would you rather survive the entire ordeal and learn to adapt in the new world, or live in a protective barrier around your home and live life exactly as you are now, but never be allowed to leave the bubble? Live in the new world, because what's the point of living in a bubble for the rest of your life? Would you rather be alive and present during an alien invasion, or alive and present during a robot uprising? Interesting. I guess alien? Just because that I feel is actually real and possibly might happen. If there were to be an alien invasion, would you rather the aliens be organic or cybernetic? Organic. Would you rather the human race move to an alien planet, or have an alien race permanently move to Earth? I don't really think it matters, but aliens are already here, so them relocate to Earth. Would you rather be painfully and slowly turned into a zombie? Would you rather watch the person you love most turn into a zombie? Well, I don't want to be in pain turning into a zombie, so probably, I guess, watch them turn into a zombie. Would you rather know how the end of the world happens, or when the end of the world happens? When? If there was a catastrophic event taking place, would you attempt to find your friends and family first, or attempt to find safer ground first? If I'm not already with them, then a safe place. Would you rather be forced to escape a hostage situation by jumping out of a fast-moving vehicle, or jumping out of a second-story window onto concrete pavement? Jump out of a moving vehicle? Would you rather be force-fed your best friend's body, or forced to kill your own favorite pet and eat its body? I guess my best friend, because I'm not the one that killed them, whereas the pet would have to kill them yourself. Would you rather have to scream at the top of your lungs in order to communicate with others, or be completely mute for the rest of your life? Well, there's no reason to pick being mute, because you could always choose to not do the screaming if you don't want to, and then you would just be mute. So it's better to have the ability to scream if you want, when you want. If you were the last person on Earth, would you rather stay in the same general area and move as resources become scarce, or would you rather travel around and sightsee? I mean, if I had the choice, I would want to sightsee. Would you rather be the last person on Earth, but share it with loads of animals? Or would you rather live in the last small community on Earth with 100 people? All animals have been wiped out. Share it with animals? Would you rather watch everyone you know and love die all at once? Or would you rather die a painfully slow death having your skin peeled off layer by layer for weeks in order to save those you love. Everyone I know. I hate pain. I am not good at dealing with pain. A madman who is hell-bent on a suicide mission has hijacked the plane you're on. There's no way to stop him, but he's giving you, and only you, the choice of where you want the plane to crash. Would you rather crash in the desert, or would you rather crash in the ocean? Oh gosh. Well, the thing is the ocean. You might not die on impact, but then, like, I can't swim, but other people might be able to swim. But if you're then just going to drown anyways, it's probably faster death to just die on impact in the desert. But there's a chance of survivor in the ocean. So I feel like I would have to pick that because I'm giving at least people more chance to survive. Would you rather be on the run from a person attempting to hunt you down or be chased by a starving mountain lion? The mountain lion, because I'd rather serve as their meal than some random person just killing me. Would you rather be stranded in the desert in the summer or the frozen tundra in the winter? I guess I'd rather burn than freeze. Would you rather lose a toe to frostbite or fall through a frozen lake? Be trapped under ice and have to figure out how to escape. Frostbite. Would you rather be anally probed by aliens with an enormous drill or forced to eat alien feces as they perform test experiments on you to see how it affects your body? Yes, eat the feces. Would you rather live the rest of your life as the pet of an alien or be kept in a zoo-like attraction for alien tourists? Be a pet. Would you rather not be able to read or write or not be able to speak or understand spoken word? I love reading and writing, but speaking is more useful on a daily, like, interactive sense, so I guess I'd rather not read. Would you rather have to figure out how to escape from a T-Rex in the mountains or figure out how to escape from a pterodactyl in the jungle? The pterodactyl in the jungle, because it would have trouble flying through all of the trees, whereas with the T-Rex, it would be able to see you pretty easily because you wouldn't have room to maneuver and hide, and then you would be still on the mountain, so. Okay, so it's just in the living room. Would you rather have to chase your dinner every time you were hungry, or constantly have to defend your food storage from scavengers and threats? I guess chase down my food. Would you rather be covered in ticks or be covered in leeches after wading through a river? Oh my god, okay. Oh, I hate this question, I hate this question, I hate this question. Okay. I've never had a leech on me, and I don't want to, and I don't know what that feels like, but, I feel like it would hurt, but I guess more people don't even realize they have leeches on them, and I have the same thing with, ticks, but I have a tick horror story, and I really don't know what to pick. I guess I'm gonna go with tick, but really hard no on either of these. Whenever you dive underwater, would you rather lose your underwater vision or lose your underwater hearing? Vision, because I can not really see underwater anyways. Would you rather be the leader of a group or have to decide every decision that's made without the influence of others? Or would you rather be a part of the group where everyone gets a say? Everyone gets a say. Would you rather have the ability to breathe underwater or be able to communicate with sea creatures? Ooh. I want both. If I could breathe underwater, I could actually swim. But it would be really cool to be able to talk to them. So I guess communicate with them. Would you rather drift through space forever while wearing a spacesuit, or be stuck in one 250 square foot room forever? Well, if I'm stuck in the room forever, I assume I'm going to be alone. So if I'm going to be alone either way, I'd rather be in space where I can see different sights. Would you rather be forced to team up with 2 other people to survive whom you do not get along with, or survive all by yourself? I want to say alone, but I would have more chance of surviving with other people, so I guess other people. Would you rather survive on powdered food for the rest of your life or liquefied food for the rest of your life? Liquefied food? Would you rather have to defend yourself in open water from a shark or a school of tiny flesh-eating fish? Well, this is like the raccoon. I guess the shark, because it's one thing and you can keep an easier track of where it is, rather than a bunch of things coming at you from all directions. Would you rather be dehydrated in the middle of the ocean or starving in the desert? Starving in the desert? Would you rather have to scavenge for food or scavenge for water? It's water. Would you rather be skilled with bladed weaponry or an excellent shot with ranged weaponry? I would like to be able to use a bow. That would be cool. Would you rather have to attempt to escape from a stampede or have to dodge a barrage of arrows across an open field? Well, if I got hit with one arrow, I might survive. But I might not, and I feel like it would just be a slower death versus a stampede would be quick, probably. I guess stampede. Would you rather have a good group of survivors with you, but always have to keep moving, or stay by yourself but have a safe place to live? I guess traveling. Traveling's fine. Would you rather have all the survival knowledge and know-how, but no materials or tools to work with? Or all the tools and supplies for survival, but no knowledge of how to use them? I feel like if I had them, but I didn't know how to use them, I could figure it out. So, would you rather farm and grow your own food, or forage and hunt for your own food? If I could farm and stuff, that would be awesome, because then I wouldn't have to hunt. Crikey, mate, you sure have some interesting answers. I've just got a few more questions left for you. We're almost done. Some of these will be harder to answer than others, but these ones are going to matter a hell of a lot, so I want you to be very careful in how you answer. I want you to really take your time with this one. Think through them slowly, think through them thoroughly, and make sure you choose your answers wisely. Some of these questions are not what they appear to be at first. Some of the answers that you may choose may be clearly better than others till you truly think hard about them. Treat each question as if you're truly in that situation. Put yourself in those shoes. If you choose the wrong answer, you're dead, mate. So like I said, take your time. Think the scenarios through thoroughly. Put yourself in each situation and imagine yourself carrying out each option before answering, and think about how your choice may affect your chances of survival. Trust me on that one. I hope you're ready, because here we go. You are committed against your will into a mental hospital, but you don't believe you belong there. What do? Attempt to escape at all costs. Try to explain that you think there's been a big mistake. Convince mental patients to riot and incite an uprising. Consider that you might be crazy and do belong there. I mean, obviously, this is probably how you would actually get out. But I don't know. I'd probably just give up. You've been convicted of murder, but you swear you did not commit the crime you were convicted of. You are heading into your new cell, where you will serve your life in prison when suddenly the guard has a heart attack. As the guard hits the floor, right before he loses consciousness, he looks to you with pained eyes and begs, "Help me, what do you do?" Run out there, grab the guard's weapon, put him out of his misery, and escape. Call other guards over for help, he's dying. Attempt to rally the other prisoners to make a jailbreak. Well, he's having a heart attack, so you can't really save him anyways, right? So the thing is even if you escape though, like, they're just gonna chase after you anyways. That's what's stupid. So I feel like there's not really a point to escape, but if there is a chance to escape in a situation like this, like where you didn't really have to put anything into it, I probably would take it. And I feel like there's no use in calling anyone to help. So I guess I would put him out of his misery and escape. You are in a game to the death, and only the winner survives. You see a contestant clearly trying to escape the game arena. What do? Pull them back in and execute them. Tell the game host that a contestant is escaping. Try to join them and find an escape route together. Ignore them entirely, it's not your problem. Or try to escape together. You're walking down the street alone when suddenly you wake up to find your hands zip-tied behind your back with something covering your head. You can't tell where you are, but you feel like you're moving. What do? Ask what's going on, where am I? Stay silent, pretend to be asleep, listening for information. Wildly flail around in an attempt to make the transport vehicle crash. Try to reposition so you can kick out a window and scream for help. Yeah, I would stay silent first to figure out what's going on, because if you're in the room with the person, it's probably not a good idea to flail around if they're right there and can see you doing it, because then you're not going to accomplish anything. So it's better to try to get information before trying anything. You've been kidnapped by a serial killer, and you think you may have found a window to escape through. It is a tight fit, and you'll be completely defenseless while attempting to escape. You know that while you might be able to escape, if you get caught, you'll surely be dead. What do? Attempt to climb out the window and take the chance. Wait patiently, hope the killer doesn't kill you today. Try to befriend your killer, and look for another way out. Pretend to escape through the window to ambush the killer. Ooh. Well, I feel like if you befriended him too, though, you could find an opportunity to escape through the window when he's not around or paying attention. Or, you know, you can go, "Oh, I'm gonna go do this thing for you. Let me outside," and then just like, don't come back. The government of your country has made a special holiday where one day each year all crime is legal and all actions and choices made between the hours of 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. will impose no consequences or repercussions. Generally speaking, things get a bit out of hand, and you can expect some of the most heinous of crimes to be committed on this night. You live alone in an apartment complex, and the special event is set to begin in 45 minutes. You have an elderly woman or a neighbor across the hall and a single father of 2 infants in the apartment next to yours. You realize that your apartment is the least fortified of the 3. You don't have much in terms of defenses or weaponry. However, you also know that no one can be trusted or considered an ally on this night. What do? break into the woman's apartment and steal what she has, break into the family's apartment and steal what they have, ask your neighbors if they'd like to bunker up together, stay at home and defend yourself to the best of your ability, go cause anarchy and mayhem, committing any crime you'd like. I mean, he said he has infant daughters, right? So if you ask all 3 neighbors to be together, you'd probably be safe because father wouldn't want his daughters to be harmed, right? So that is keeping him away, and then the elderly woman probably won't pull anything because there would be you and the father. Unless they teamed up against you. If they teamed up against you, they probably would have teamed up against you even if you didn't bunker up with them. And you're saying you're not very fortified anyways, they probably would have been able to get to you. So, that might be the best idea. You're stuck in an extreme form of quarantine, where no one is allowed to leave their homes for the next 6 months for any reason whatsoever. Anyone who does not comply with this order will be shot on sight by military servicemen. In the dead of the night, you hear someone breaking into your home. You go downstairs to approach them, and they're standing naked in your kitchen, voraciously eating the last of your rations. What do? Immediately attack them. They could be a threat. Guilt them to stop and force them out of your home. Ask them questions, perhaps offer them a place to stay. Report them to the military so they can deal with them. I guess probably ask questions. You're stuck in a bunker with your closest friends and family members after a nuclear meltdown has changed the world for the foreseeable future. Sorry guys, I'm tired. Rations are starting to get low, and you're pretty certain one of your best friends is on their deathbed. You can't continue to ration as you've been doing so, or you'll surely run out. But you also cannot leave the bunker as the atmosphere will melt your lungs in seconds. What do? Continue as you've been doing. Maybe it will work out. Attempt to go outside and look for food. Wait until your friend dies and resort to cannibalism. Sacrifice yourself to be eaten so your loved ones may live. So obviously, you need to do cannibalism. So the question is, do you eat your friend or you sacrifice yourself? Well, if your friend is dying anyways, your friend's gonna die anyways. So there's no reason to let yourself die. Because that's not gonna save your friend. So you might as well eat your friend. You're driving down a country road late at night when out of nowhere you see a bright round beam of light coming out of the clouds and shining into a nearby field. You see a round saucer-like craft with something descending down from the vessel through the beam of light. What do? Well, my phone to record it and upload it to social media. Stand perfectly still and continue to observe from a distance. Run away as quick as possible. Get out of there before I'm seen. Move towards the vessel to investigate further. I would probably run away as quick as possible. And I think that leads to safest results. Oh my god. We have a shredder machine in here. And it just like moved all on its own. Okay. An interesting choice that tells me a lot. You're amidst post-apocalyptic ruins of what used to be your local convenience store. You're scavenging for supplies and you're all alone, or so you think. As you turn the corner, 2 walking corpses catch sight of you and begin to shuffle towards you. They appear to be the slow-moving, dumb as a rock type of zombies at first, but suddenly they start sprinting at you, picking up speed quickly. There's a metal pipe laying on the ground next to you, and there's an open door across the street that leads inside of an unknown building, which is too dark to see inside of. What do you do? Pick up the metal bat and chance fighting the zombies. 2 on 1. We could run for the dark unknown building and hope it's safe. Run to the opposite direction, hoping to find an escape route. Run to the convenience store and hope to find a place to hide. Go to the convenience store because I would not want to run into a dark area where the zombies could just follow you in there, and there might be more zombies. Convenience store at least seems like it'd be lit up, and even if it's not, probably been in there. It kind of has a layout. During the zombie outbreak, you and your best friend have managed to stay relatively safe. One day your best friend returns from a supply run and something seems a little off. Your friend looks a little sick, and by little sick, I mean he's vomiting profusely, turning gray and starting to mumble something about brains. What do you do? Mercy kill my friend and put them out of their misery, try to go outside and find someone who might have a cure, push them outside so I don't have to deal with it, sit wait for them to turn, then swiftly execute them. Well, to be honest, I would probably ask my friend if they would want me to kill them prior, or wait and make sure that they actually turn. I mean, there's probably no one that has a cure, and even if there is, you probably won't be able to find one in time. But kill them ahead of time, because if you wait, like, you might get bitten before you're able to kill them. So, as sad as that is, you fall asleep at night comfortably in the safety and security of your own bed, but when you awaken, you are trapped in a strange place, unable to move and change the wall. The chains are fairly loose, and you feel like you could break free. There are no windows to escape from, and there's loud music coming from another room, so screaming won't do you any good. What do? Loosen the chains, pretend to be stuck, ambush your captor. Escape from the chains and run out the door into the unknown. But if there's another room and there's music in there, I wouldn't want to just run up to the person. Remove the chains, hide in a corner, and ambush the captor. Remove the chains and chain the door shut so no one can get in. But then you're gonna just be stuck in a room. So I'll probably pretend to be stuck and ambush them, because if you go in the corner, they're gonna come in, see that you're not there, and be on guard, whereas otherwise they're not gonna be on guard. You're the last person on Earth. The area you have been surviving in has begun to run low on resources, and you need to find a new place to set up camp before too long. All of the cars around you are broken down. Biking and walking uses too much energy, and you're surrounded by wilderness all around your city, and the ocean is 1 mile away. What do? Stay in the city and hope to scavenge for more resources. Go into wilderness and attempt to hunt forage for food. Attempt to build a raft to go on the ocean for food. Attempt to fix a vehicle so you can drive to the next city. I would probably try to fix the vehicle, and if it took too long, then I'd go into wilderness. There is a virus that has killed everyone on Earth except for you. When out gathering supplies in the mountains, you fall and suspect that you've broken your arm. There's no way that you can climb the mountain to get back home without some support for your arm first. What do? Try to craft a makeshift splint for your arm to climb back home. Stay down the mountain in the wilderness for the night. Try to set up camp in the wilderness. This is your new home. Attempt to dig away at the mountain to make it more scalable. Obviously, digging away the mountain is going to take way too long. It's not practical. I would try to make a splint, or a shift, whatever. Yeah, makeshift splint. But I mean, I could also just stay in the wilderness. It doesn't really matter. But regardless, your broken arm is gonna need to be in a splint in order to heal properly. So let's make a splint. Alright, mate, some of your answers took me for quite a ride. This should be real interesting. I'm about to decipher what sort of situation you'd be best adapted to survive in. Hopefully, if you ever end up in a situation like this, you can survive as well as I think you can. But with that being said, ultimately, one wrong move can mean your end. Based on what you've told me, I'm going to paint a little picture for you, and we'll see what you think of your chances. Hard times have fallen on your friends and family as of late. In fact, hard times have fallen on the entire world. Depression is at an all-time high, anxiety is increasing in waves, and suicide rates are up. In order to combat the onslaught of mental illness waging war across the country, your leader has decided to make one night each year completely void of all crime. For 12 hours, anyone can do anything without the fear of worry or of consequences. Every single crime has now been legalized for the next 12 hours, and the special annual event starts now. The streets are flooded with people committing the most grievous of crimes, from rape to murder to robbery, torture, kidnapping, and worse. The sickest of minds thrive in this world tonight, and you can be an assailant or you can be a victim. While your neighbors have all gone crazy and no one is to be trusted, you've got enough sense to keep your family and friends safe from harm. Your quick thinking skills under high-pressure survival situations allows you to make the decisions necessary to survive and thrive in this type of sadistic, hateful, disgusting environment. When people come to your door seeking aid, you're able to make the proper decisions necessary for survival, and you're easily able to determine who is trying to fool you and who is genuine. Without your assistance, your friends and family would surely perish on this night, as you have to stop them from ultimately making horrible decisions on more than one occasion. Your love and morale obligation to protect those closest to you kicks in and allows you to not only keep yourself alive, but keep them alive as well. It's as if something primal escapes your body, envelops your soul, and takes control of your mind, a natural protective urge that allows you to make all the right decisions. Eventually, the night passes, blood floods the streets, carnage comes to a close, and the wake of destruction is all that's left behind. You've managed to survive one of the worst potential outcomes one could possibly be faced with. Your chances of surviving a night where all crime is legal, a purge-like event, are extremely high. Well done, mate. This is one of the rarer outcomes that one can get, as many folks don't have what it takes to make the right decisions required to survive something such as this. Well done to you. You should feel damn good about yourself. Your secret word is purge. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Well, that's actually pretty good, because I went into this thinking that I was probably just going to be dead straight out, because I was thinking like wilderness survival, and that like I kind of know some stuff that you should do, but I don't feel capable of doing it really. And I'm not good at running away from stuff, and I'm not good at like swimming or any of that. But yeah, I think that actually is a good situation that I probably would be pretty adapted to hunker down, kind of pretend like, you know, I'd probably like lock the door, turn off all the lights, pretend I wasn't home, be quiet, if it was a real event, I probably would have, weapons and stuff just to keep myself protected. I would have everyone, that I care about, us all like go together, probably go at like maybe one of my friends' houses that is, more secured, and yeah. So I feel pretty good getting that outcome. Your results have been based on many different variables. Your results may vary with each playthrough depending on many different factors. We hope you enjoyed your experience and have learned a little more about how your brain works when presented with different survival situations, conflicts, and altercations. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. If you left your secret word with us, blah, blah. Don't be afraid, this is opportunity. Okay, it's the same from the games before. Thank you for taking the time to play. We graciously appreciate you. Okay. So anyways, if you've played this, you got a different outcome or even the same one, let me know in the comment below. And again, if you know more games similar to this or like online questionnaires, let me know and I will definitely give them a chance.